And good Monday afternoon, or Monday evening, I should say. I'm Tom Boucher. This is 446 Sports live streaming of Menard High School softball. We have been on a quite a hiatus over the last couple of weeks, and apologize for that. But glad to be back out here, and I've got a guest that will be on the broadcast with me this evening, and that is Tioga's own Chuck Perkins. And he is the brains behind 446 Sports.
Wow, you're way too generous, sir.
Coach Scully coming up, asking for their lineup. There you go. You got it? Good luck, Coach. That was Coach Scully there getting the lineup for Glenmora. Of course, we have a district game. Only a couple of district games left in the season as both of these teams step up here at the Eagles Nest. The Lady Eagles Nest, and Glenmora trying to get their first win in a while, and the Eagles trying to stay undefeated in district, Chuck.
Yes. Records are great for the Eagles, not so sporty for the Wildcats, Lady Wildcats there in Glenmora. But, thanks for letting me come out here and sit with you, Tom, because you got a nice little setup here, right here in front of the grandstand, right behind home plate. And, they got a beautiful field, beautiful skies.
They're doing the announcement of the teams. They're going to, and then we'll have the prayer and the national anthem afterwards. So they've got. If you want to read Glenmora, they're calling them out.
Very good. For catcher, it is A. Fuller. We don't have any first names, so we just have last names. Shortstop is number 12. Is that Mouton?
Martin.
Martin, okay, Martin. In the circle is Wells, number 8. Batting fourth is center fielder.
That's Wilkes.
Wilkes, number 17. I'm sorry, I'm having a little difficulty.
It's my writing.
That's okay. Left field, Jones is number 4, batting fifth. Playing second base is Fuller, or T. Fuller, in case there's another one. Yeah, there's 2 of them up there. And she is wearing jersey number 2. Playing third is Doyle, wearing jersey 5. And playing first is Cloud, wearing jersey 9. And in
right field?
Right field is
Guillen.
Wearing 3.
Guillen.
Okay.
Lady Eagles, we're gonna break and listen to the prayer and the national anthem. We'll give you the ladies Eagles starting lineup right afterwards. All right. The national anthem. Beautifully sung by I'm not sure who.
That is Leanne Rhymes, actually.
Okay.
One of the most popular ones that have been played at ball fields and stuff, especially in softball. Great voice by Miss Leanne Rhymes. Little long for a lot of the coaches' desire, but does a great job with it.
Yeah, she does do a great job. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but we can in the background. We got Chuck live here, but the baseball team, the Eagles baseball team, is playing a game. They started their game at 5:30 right behind this field. And Chuck Perkins' voice is the voice of the lineup for in the whenever the Eagles come up to bat. You can hear him calling out their names and who's coming up to bat. So
had a lot of fun with that. Coach Marks over there with the Eagles baseball has asked me to do that a couple of times. I actually called for them. I did it live one year with them, and then whenever 446 Sports basically got taken off, it just kind of took me out of the play for that.
Yeah, Chuck is doing the live streaming for the Lady Indians of Tioga, and we'll begin this year doing the live streaming for the football.
Yes,
Tioga games.
We will be doing that starting this year with it. That's right.
And we're adding. It looks like we're going to be I don't know yet. We'll see.
More to come, possibly.
Yes.
Let's put it that. More to come, possibly.
We will have Buckeye, Tioga, and Menard again next year.
And Ash. So that's 4 that we know of.
And we hope that a 5th one will be coming. So at the plate is Fuller, A. Fuller, the catcher, number 7 for the Lady Wildcats of Glenmora. And the first pitch is shot down the right field line, but foul, as Addie Wright watches it go foul. Your lineup, as you see it happening right now, you can see the pitcher. That is Kaylee Methvin, number 13. And number 1 is behind the plate. That's Kate Perotti, the freshman, getting to play catcher. It's a high ball 1. 1-1 the count is off the bricks. That's because Sophia Scully, who the last time that we were able to do a game was the catcher. She suffered a hairline fracture in her in one of her legs, and she's able to play but not able to get down in a catcher squat. So you see her at second base. At first base, I said Addie Wright. That is number 12. She is batting 8th. And the shortstop, Emily DeSalle, will lead off when we see the Eagles come to bat. 2-2 the count now, but she's playing shortstop. And over at third is Sophie Giordano. Out in left field, Devin Powell, the other senior. Sophia Scully, and Devin Powell, the seniors. There's strike 3. Nice job by Methvin to get the first out. Always key, Chuck, to get that first out.
Absolutely is. It's our scoreboard, our Wallace Eye Associates. Is everything working down there?
No.
Might hit the refresh on that. I believe it's 412 in your buttons up there.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go to studio first.
Go to scenes.
Yeah, and go to studio.
412.
Foul
Pop
back.
fly.
Yep.
See if it hits our net.
Nope. Goes over into the grassy area behind us there.
And then scoreboard flexi.
I think it is 412 on our numbering system there.
Yeah. See if that pops up.
Second pitch down low in the dirt there for a ball. A little different for what I call out at Tioga, because theirs is all turf field, and this is beautifully manicured. That cinder dirt and grass, they do a really good job. Beautiful field out here by the coaches and groundskeepers, I guess, if you will. Third pitch in there for a ball. In case, I don't think it's on the screen right now.
Yeah, it's not wanting to refresh, Chuck. Go to properties.
Yep.
What was? Let me look on mine.
3-1 is the count right now.
Yeah, you don't want to give free passes.
No. They last met Glenmora, and there's a shot out straight over into center field there, quickly scooped up by the center fielder back in.
That's Sawyer Shelton out there.
The base runner at first there.
At center field.
Nice strong shot over it went straight out over the pitcher over second base, and center fielder was out there waiting for it. Glenmora and the Lady Wildcats and Lady Eagles, I'll get it out in a minute, last met, I think, March the 23rd, if I saw that correct.
We had the game here.
That first hit was fouled off over here against this brick facade off the third base side.
No, if it was the 23rd, we didn't have the game.
Okay. Well, there was one that they won. Lady Eagles won 4-0. That was hit up, pop fly, going out.
Devin Powell with the catch out there in left.
Left field called the shortstop off. She was going out there tracking it, but she called her off so she could make the catch.
5-4-4-2. See if that pulls it up. There we go. Showing 2 outs.
2 outs. All right. Base runner on first.
Yep.
Good deal.
Let's get back to our camera.
There you go. First pitch in there. High for ball 1. 1-0 is your count. 2 outs. Base runner on first for the Lady Wildcats. Yeah, that one's in there.
So we told you who's out and left, and in right field we have Annabelle Drago. Oh, no, she's the designated player. Let's see, right field's Emma Davis.
Emma Davis.
Emma Davis was playing second when we last were doing the live stream. So 1-1, she's stealing. Kate Perotti with throw down.
Oh, goodness. Good throw. Just got right behind her on the swipe back for it.
Yeah, that was a nice throw down. She just a little behind because the runner had a good jump on that one, and the ball was a little bit slow to get to Kate, and then she came up firing. Just missed her by a step and a half. So a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Lady Wildcats. Here's a pop fly. Addie Wright can get under it, and she does. And they will keep the 0 on the scoreboard, and we'll see how the Lady Eagles do if they can jump all over Glenmora in the bottom of the first. We'll be back right after these messages. I don't get that. Emily DeSalle's got 20 home runs on the year. We have seen her smack at least 6 of them when we were live streaming before, but she's been on a tear. She's now leading off the inning, the bottom half of the inning. Ball 1.
And this is DeSalle?
Yes.
I recently just saw a graphic, and I think I shared it with you. You may have not seen it, but I think she is number 3 in the state for home run hit softball.
Yep.
Right now.
With the 20 home runs.
So 1-1 is your count. And she's what grade?
She is a junior, I believe.
Junior, okay.
DeSalle 2-1. That pitch was high.
I was thinking there was another girl that plays out here has been a little powerhouse that's in 7th grade maybe.
Well, the little Kate Perotti, number 1.
Okay,
she's the one who had the grand slam, her first at bat. Oh,
wow! Just over the top of the Little safety net there.
It's on that pitch early to be able to pull it foul to the left over the screen of the dugout. 2-2 the count. DeSalle waiting on this one. They're going to try to go outside. She's got to pop up, see if the catcher can get to it. Oh, it's going to drop. In between all three of them. Nobody could get to it. DeSalle gets another chance with a 2-2 count.
I'll widen that out just a little bit, Tom.
All right.
Not sure where you like to keep it.
It's a good screen. Yep.
It's different because when the ball comes at me now, I have a tendency to jump. Usually when we do it, we're from center field on the broadcast I have, just because of the field setup's a little different.
Full count. DeSalle has worked Wells into the full count. Wind is, you saw the flag during the national anthem is blowing out, so if she gets under this one, and she won't have a chance. Probably not a bad move to put DeSalle on. It's kind of, with a home run hitter like that, you know, Coach Scully kind of playing with the lineup a little bit. Normally she bats fourth.
Right.
But you put your best hitter at the top so that they can get more hits as the game goes on.
It's got to be a little get the nerves of the.
Shelton Sawyer lays down a bunt. You can see it. She's got speed. She's going to beat the throw. That was kind of a lazy throw over to first, a lobber. And she moves DeSalle over to second, and that's a bunt single. Nice job by Shelton. Now Sophie Giordana, number 5, the third, playing third base, steps up with 2 runners on and nobody out. Let's see what Giordano does here. She's got power too, Chuck.
Oh,
She's
wow.
hit several home runs. They're going to try to bunt over. They're going to steal. They're not ready at all. Caught them. Not ready for that at all. Third base didn't get back for the cover, and that was an easy steal for both DeSalle and Shelton.
And Giordano did exactly what she's supposed to do, stand still in the box, made the catcher have to step back and try to get around with that right-handed throw. She was just right there in that quick stand-up fire away shot. So
did a nice job of pulling the bat back too to not take the not get called for the strike. So now we got a 2-0 count. First base is empty, so it won't hurt them to Walker. If she does walk, they won't force a run in. There's a strike. 2-1 to count. I think it's interesting. Watch Shelton down there at second. She's waving her arms. You know, I don't know if she can see the signal that the catcher's given. And you can see her move her hand. That was a changeup right there and had Giordano way out in front.
I think she's calling which side they're anticipating the pitch to be thrown in at.
I think Coach is seeing it too. Because that time she put her arm midway out.
Yeah.
And Coach, I think Coach recognized that the signals are being read. Because the first time she went out there.
That's exactly what he's throwing his being really animated about it, but that's okay, you know.
It's part of the game. You know, if you can pick it up.
Yeah, it's was it you don't have to file a Public Information Act or form or
FOIA.
Yeah, that's it.
Freedom of information.
Freedom of information. Yeah, information.
Yeah, so Shelton, the first pitch that I caught it on, she had her hand up, and then it was midway on that last pitch. So they trying to figure out now who's going to be looking and what numbers they're going to be where they're going to be doing it. Coach is signaling it in.
Yeah, they don't have wristbands or armbands on to give them numbers.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a full count now, 3-2. Shelton did not put her arm up. Coach Ortiz called her over, and I wonder if he said, hey, you know, just take it easy for a little while.
Be a little discreet, maybe.
Yeah. Looked like her turn signal wasn't working in her car.
Yeah.
There's a shot down the line. It's going to be just foul. Giordano all over that one.
Yeah, I think she was giving that right turn Clyde signal from the old, oh, goodness, what was that show, or what was that movie, Tom? Right turn. It was a Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the orangutan.
Every
which way
every
but
which
loose.
way but loose.
Yep.
Yeah. Right turn, Clyde.
Schwack.
So Giordano with a full count here. There's a pitch and a fly ball, pop fly,
Ooh.
as you heard it, right behind us.
Nice.
That's a nice thing about having the tent, although we got a rip right there.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was supposed to be on the backside.
Well, that's a new rip since I've had it out.
Okay. Or, if we turned around the other way, that would be a peephole for the people behind us.
Well, that's right.
Look in and see what we're doing.
Another full count pitch here. Oh, there's a shot to center field. Should score two.
Goodness, yeah.
Off the leg. Shelton's got the speed to be able to come in. She's going to trot in. Giordano with the single straight center field and picks up 2 RBI. Lady Eagles on top, 2-0. Now the mercy rule is in play.
And it is after 3, though.
After 3?
15 after
15,
3.
and then 10 after 4?
10 after 5.
After 5?
Now, baseball does not have that. They only have 10 after 5.
Okay.
They did away with the 15 after 3 rule.
I like seeing, there's a shot. That's, this is Scully now playing second base, one of the 2 seniors on the team. Really odd to see only 2, pictures up on the pole right over the home base dugout. It's a very young softball team, Menard. They're 16-13 on the year, but 7-0 in district. And Coach said, they've got 5 games that they should have won.
Right.
But some errors and things got in the way of it and allowed them, to allow teams to come through with the victory when they really shouldn't have. But, a young team, you're learning.
Yeah.
And the key, though, is that they believe they won. They came back from 9-2 deficit to win Saturday in the round robin. There's strike 2 by Scully. There's a delayed steal. She got there. If the catcher catches that and throws it down, she might have gotten her.
Yeah, had a little bobble here behind the plate to get that one scooped up.
1-2 the count on Scully. Got a runner in scoring position if she can put the ball in play in the outfield. There's a low pitch. She hangs with it, pulls it behind her. Kaylee Methvin, I've seen her hit a ball out of the park. She's a freshman, the pitcher.
Yes.
On deck. She's got the power to do it. But not really at every at-bat like DeSalle.
Oh, yes.
There's a high pop fly. Will not make it out of the infield. Shortstop's got it. So a fly out to 6 for Scully for the first out.
Looking around the field, you see all their sponsors and you see their state runner-ups over here, the different years on this right field wall, state championships over here on the left field wall. Just absolutely beautiful facilities.
It is. It's interesting. Before maybe in the first game or so, that we came out. I watched it a round robin, and talking with some of the folks on the sidelines. It was what's his name? Over in Natchitoches, Justin Foltz.
Oh, okay.
And a couple other guys, and they were talking about this is probably one of the best high school softball venues,
Yes.
in the area, and it really is impressive.
Yeah.
The brick wall, all the way around, throughout the dugouts.
Yeah, that lower wainscoting, if you will, sort of height of it, like you'd have in your house. It's about 3 feet up.
Coach Scully and the coaches doing a great job of keeping the field up. He knows what he's doing. He's in charge of keeping the football field up and going too.
Yeah.
And does a really nice job during the season for that. 1-2 the count here on Methvin. 1 out for the Lady Eagles. Giordano on second. They already have a 2-0 lead over Glenmora Wildcats, and they got her
swinging.
Got a little tip on that, but the catcher hung on to it. So got the K for the second out.
Yeah, a couple of years ago when we came out, we did a couple of games for them here. We were in the center field wall. Like I said, that's just one of those things. I like that shot just because I like that pitcher-catcher over the shoulder camera shot, and we just kind of got to where we've stuck with that one. Depending on venues, usually you can get there, but their wall is much higher than normal outfield walls.
Takes the pitch.
Goodness.
This is Emma Davis, the right fielder. That's an outside pitch. Yeah, you know, when we were talking before the season and you were talking about how your shot is, and then I came out here and we had a lot of rain.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way we can get a truck back there. You know, plus, even standing in the bed, I won't have the ability. I might be able to get the camera up there, but I can't turn it.
So
imagine
that and having Doug as your play-by-play guy, you know.
Yeah.
Step ladders and boxes and forklifts were a much-needed commodity for him.
So it worked out in conversation with Coach Scully. There's first strike on Davis, 2-1 to count.
I think that's
or just 1-1.
It's 1-1. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't clear the board over there. There's a low pitch. Now it's 2-1.
Yeah, don't add one.
She'll get it. She'll figure it out. So Coach Scully, you know, is like, why don't you come back here? You know, they built some wood platforms on the home field side, and the people are sitting over there. There's a nice shot.
Oh my goodness!
And a snag by
snow cone. That's what that's called.
Third base, and that's the third out. That was a line drive by Davis to third. So a line out to 5 for the third out. But the Eagles do put 2 on the board on one hit. Actually, 2 hits.
2 hits, okay.
Because you had the bunt single and then the liner to left field. So I'm going to have to do something here because that just doesn't seem to be working. So we're going to take a quick commercial message and we'll be right back. Technology, Chuck.
Your best friend or worst enemy is what I've always said.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I don't know if that's I've said that from get-go, best friend or worst enemy, and I don't remember ever picking it up from somewhere else. So I would like to lay claim to that one, but I don't know that it is.
You coined the phrase.
I never sent in the patent to say that was my phrase, but first pitch in there for a strike on a swing.
That's frustrating. I've never had that problem.
I just have to talk about them a little bit now.
Yep, we will. We'll make that happen. So at bat right now is Wilkes, the center fielder. No, I take that back. Jones, the left fielder, is up. 1 and 2 to count. So let's think back. They didn't go 1, 2, 3. They got somebody on.
Yes, they did have a base runner.
Okay. I was trying to get things taken care of.
Trying to remember if it was a walk or
2 and 2. Oh yeah, free base. Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
That must have been Wells, the pitcher that we walked, because we had to fly out to left. Oh, just outside.
Goodness.
Yeah, because we talked about that. With you give free passes, they usually come back to burn you.
Right.
2-0 Lady Eagles on top after 1 inning of play, and we're at the start of the top of the second inning. This is Jones, the left fielder, and she worked the count into a full count and got the walk.
Being patient up there is good batting.
Yep.
Smart batting.
So T. Fuller, playing second base, number 2, coming into the box right now. Medvin got to shake that off and get back throwing strikes.
Keep up with the score, the base runner locations, the ball strikes, and the outs on the bottom left hand of your screen. You see our scoreboard down there, our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down there, and they've been with us, and they are our year-long scoreboard sponsor. So any event that we have, Wallace Eye Associates will be sponsoring our scoreboards.
And you'll see it's 1-1, no outs, and a runner at first. Also in the bottom right, you have Valex. They are our new title sponsor this year, Valex Federal Credit Union. They do a great job. Offices on Jackson Street and Main Street of Pinewood. There's a shot to the second base, caught by Scully, and the runner holds. Smart move by the runner.
Yeah, Wisely was watching that one. So it was is a possibility of being caught, so just didn't take off on a run there.
Number 5, Doyle, who's playing third base. She's at the plate now with 1 out, runner at first. The runner at first is Jones. Lady Eagles need to get 2 more and go in and put some runs on the board. They got 2 in the first. There's a strike. Parati doing a nice job behind the plate.
You see several of our other sponsors rotating in the upper right-hand corner of the screen there. You have BK Distributors, BU Designs.
Walk-ons.
Yeah, Walk-ons, Fat Burger, and Buffalo Express. It's been, granted those are 2 restaurants, but
Kim Harrell, appraiser.
Kim Harrell Appraisal.
Those are 3 of our newest. And Giles.
And yes.
Hyundai.
Giles Hyundai.
You know, it's interesting, and I'll tell you a story here. 0-2 the count, 1-2 now with that high pitch. Kate Parati doing a nice job of climbing the ladder as a catcher to get that. And it lodged in her glove. She was turning around thinking she missed it and then felt it lodge in there. 1-2 the count. There's a pitch. There's strike 3. And the second out went down swinging. I like to see that rather than just watching a ball right down the middle. Number 9, the first baseman, Cloud, coming to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner at first. But, Valex did a wonderful job in helping us secure a loan for our new Giles Hyundai vehicle.
Oh, wow.
That we purchased a couple of months ago.
My wife and I bought one a while back, and I've learned that Doug just bought one this past weekend.
Really?
Yep, got a new one. He traded in their old Santa Fe.
Okay.
Got another one.
What'd he get?
Another
Santa Fe?
Yep.
We got the Palisade. It was a beautiful, beautiful car. It's a little over 3,000 miles, almost 4 now. And it's just a comfortable ride whenever we head to Fort Worth to see our daughter and son-in-law and our new grandbaby who just turned 1. Teddy.
It's really good to see these businesses, especially saw it a lot with the car businesses around town, that their inventory had gotten so low after COVID.
Yep.
And so many issues with that.
There's strike 1, 2-1 the count with 2 outs and a runner at first for Glenmora. Medvin trying to get the team out of the inning here. Yeah, Cindy and I went out to eat the other day and had some crawfish at Rosie Joe's.
Okay.
And saw the lots full at one of the local lots over there.
Yeah.
And commented on just how many cars they had.
Yeah,
because you're right. I mean, you drive by and see some of the ones on 28 East, and they were empty.
Yeah.
And it was like that at Giles, and we had to order and wait weeks for it to come in. There's strike 3 as she goes down looking. That one gets the backwards K for the third out.
That's the one thing I do like about on the looking is seeing how the home plate umpire gets a little animated with his strike 3 looking, ringing them up. I love that, because each one of them is a unique characteristic with them, and they add that extra to it, and it's nothing degrading to the batter, but it's just part of the game.
Yep.
And love seeing how several of them do those different things. think back to the Naked Gun movies where Leslie Nielsen was back there in that baseball, and yeah, he got silly with his, but yeah.
Yeah, I watched. What movie was it? He was in it, and it was one of those slapstick. He was really good in those. Airplane.
Yep.
And
Shirley.
Yeah. Stop calling me Shirley. I picked a bad day to stop sniffing glue. But anyway, let's talk a little bit. What Glenmora, that was a nice job by Methvin to get that out, because they'll come back with the 9th hitter before they turn the lineup over for the first time. But Jason Hawk.
Oh yes, Jason Hawk.
Yep.
Yes, great. Has always been an advocate of high school sports. Does great things with recognizing Athlete of the Week. Goes around to all these different schools and finds one and pulls it out there, and does a great job with recognizing our athletes here in Central Louisiana.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, he has been with 446 Sports from the very beginning.
Yes, sir. He has been indeed.
So here's the Kate Perotti, number 1, the catcher for Menard.
Wind picking up.
Farm Bureau Insurance with Jason Hawk.
That's it.
In Alexandria.
Pineville.
In Pineville, excuse me.
Yep.
How could I forget that? It's a great place to call home, city of Pineville.
Right down there by Leslie Moore High School.
Yep.
It used to be a high school a long time ago, I think it was.
Leslie Moore Elementary?
Yes, but when Leslie Moore was even back there off of Slocum, and I guess it was Slocum High School.
Right.
Back there in Wardville area.
There's a
dribbler.
Wow. I tell you, that's a softball over there that she throws. Anybody with some speed can beat that out. That we saw Shelton Sawyer Shelton do it.
Kind of make you wonder if she thinks the first baseman has a tender hand there in that glove.
I think it looks more to me, Chuck, that she's just not secure and throwing a hard ball over there. Maybe she's held on to it a little long, threw it low, or let it go early. But the ground out to 1 for Perotti is the first out of the inning. We saw that kind of lob over there, and Shelton beat it out with the bunt. Set up for 2 runs. Addie Wright, number 12, the lefty, playing first base. You know, it's interesting. This pitcher is has a pretty slow pitch, and they haven't figured it out yet. You watch that one. That was off the tip of the bat, and so was Perotti. She just got enough of it to get it to first. So, you know, they've got to sit on that and turn a little bit later. 1-2 the count with 1 out.
Yeah, it was a dangerous one to watch go there. It did just fall off right there at the end before it got to her. But you're right. That's they have to time when they're going to start their swing, because they're going to keep their swing at the same speed. It's that timing of figuring out when they're going to start it.
Talk to the Hawk.
Yes.
Jason Hawk. That's a little short foul tip. Catcher did not have time to go get it, but again, just not being able to time that pitch out. 1-2, still the count.
I don't know if this is the correct terminology or not, Doug. Tom, here we go. See, I've got to remember who I'm here with. But she hit that one. It sounded fat.
Yeah.
That
was much better. Yeah, it's just she's so far out in front. She's just lucky to get a piece of it in order to hang and have another shot. You know, I always have to reference back to LSU because, you know, I mean, that's my school, right?
Yes.
I did go to Menard here. This is my school. But you see that a lot with LSU's baseball players because I watched that. I watched softball too. But I watched that Tennessee series, and I've seen almost every game. Ooh. And they can hit the 90-mile-an-hour, 99, 97. Man, they're crushing that ball. But get a lefty or a righty that comes in and throws 80, it takes about 3 innings for them to get, at least one total time through the lineup for them to figure out to slow that, slow that approach down. There's a pop fly. It's going to be trouble. That's going to land, and that's going to be a single for Wright. Nice job. Little pop fly just over second base, and the outfielder's playing a little too deep to be able to get to it. So right with the single.
Yeah, just in the right spot there.
Yep. Annabelle Drago, the designated player, she will be just batting right now. She has played right field before Devin Powell was able to come in. She turned to bunt. Addie Wright did not go. High pitch makes it ball 1-0.
Talking about LSU baseball, I got the call with Scott Mills the other day at Grace. We do Grace baseball as well, which is another school of those four. So that's a fifth school, but we just do their baseball. And I'll finish that up here in a second.
Ball 2, it gets by the catcher, and Wright will go down to second.
And we were talking, he's an avid Arkansas fan, okay? And so he was telling me about that series with Arkansas. I said Friday he was just thrilled because Arkansas won the first game. He was pumped up, and he said, and then Saturday came along and they had that doubleheader, and said he went to bed hearing bing, bing, bing. He said just the LSU bats were alive and well and just tore those Arkansas Razorbacks up.
Yeah, they woke up. Nice job by Drago to not leave the bat out there and to take it to a 3-0 count. And again, ball was in the dirt, catcher not able to stop it, so Wright able to make her way over to third base on the 2 pass balls. 3-0 the count, Wright at third. Lady Eagles lead at 2-0 in the bottom of the second. 1 out. There's a strike. Nice job by Drago to hold. Now she can Coach Scully giving her the okay as long as it's in the strike zone.
Yeah.
You know, pick your pitch, pick your spot, and if it's there, then open up and smack it. If it's not, let it go. There's low. Ball 4. Catcher does a nice job to hold that one, and you can bet Drago's going on this next one. 2 walks in the inning so far, and again, we said a lot of times when you walk someone, give that free pass. Actually, there's the first walk.
Right.
Yeah, there was a single.
Yeah.
But they normally come around and score.
Typically they do.
Devin Powell, the senior, playing left field at the bat, number 9, the 9th hitter in the lineup. So Lady Eagles about to turn this lineup over. There goes Drake. Oh, surprise. Yeah. She didn't just take off.
Runners at the corners, 1 out. Ball 1.
Don't know if they want to sacrifice the out, maybe. We'll see. There's a shot. That's got potential to get out of here.
Running towards the wall.
There is no way. That's DeSalle.
Again.
Number 9. Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah, DeSalle with the home run. 21st home run on the year. My bad. Emily. Not announcing you up to the plate. 3-run dinger for DeSalle. I was stuck down there. Devin Powell's the flex player.
Oh, okay.
So she's not actually batting.
Okay. You had to jump off of that one. I got you.
Yeah, so Drago took the walk, and she batted 9th. And so she's batting as opposed to Devin Powell.
Okay.
Devin Powell's playing in left field.
Okay.
So we did turn the lineup over up to DeSalle, and what a shot that was. That was a no-brainer when it came off the bat. Sawyer with nobody on.
Nobody can advance now.
No, but with her speed.
Left fielder where she's playing kind of that mid spot out there when that ball was hit. She took a couple of quick steps and just kind of just walked towards
and just watched it.
So there's no question about that one going out.
So there's a shot. That's going to be in the gap. That's going to be a double, maybe a triple with Shelton's speed.
She's
coming around.
She may come home.
They're going to hold her.
Yep.
Hold her up as the throw comes in.
He could
to the cutoff.
Home. Yeah, I think she would have made it.
She might have. It would have taken a perfect throw to get her. But only 1 out. You don't want to run in when you got the 6th run sitting there at third base.
This is true.
And you got Giordano, who hit a liner out to center field to get the first 2 runs in.
Yes, she's strong hit.
DeSalle was a base on balls, and that's what we were talking about when you give that freebie up. Again, they did give the second or third hitter up. Drago gave her the pass ball, and she scored.
Seems like after a good hit or a good offensive run by the Lady Eagles, the Lady Wildcats pitcher there, she gets a little frustrated and starts throwing some strikes in there.
It's 0-2 the count to Giordano. She had her timed out in the last one. In the last at bat, which was just an inning ago, by the way. 6 batters went to the plate in the first inning. This is the 6th batter in this inning. There's a
that's shallow.
That's trouble.
Yep.
And it drops. Shelton will score. A little bloop single out to short left field. The shortstop not able to get it. Giordano safe. Giordano stole second the first time up. And then stole third. So she had 2 stolen bases. Sophia Scully at the plate. She flied out to the shortstop. A little weak fly ball. There's a bunt. That's going to come down. Boy, she's got to get that down a little bit. If that flies any further, number 9, Cloud, could have had it.
Yes, I was going to say she charged in well on that. She could have laid out to catch that one.
1 out for the Lady Eagles. They've got 4 runs in this inning. They lead it 6-0 over Glenmora in the bottom of the second.
0-1 is the count.
Oh, Scully way out in front of that one. 0-2 now. Medvin on deck, the pitcher. Only 1 out. Unless they turn a double play, Medvin will get a shot. There's a low pitch. It's 1-2.
Yeah. Our scoreboard is accurate. There they go. They just made the correction.
Must be a home run.
Yeah, I heard a ball hit a fence back here. So.
Oh, right at us. Still 1-2. Scully hanging tough. That home run, the wind is blowing out. And they actually, I think, hit it almost into this bar.
I heard it hit
over the fencing or hit the fencing. Menard baseball team having a really solid year this year.
I looked at their.
Oh boy, she almost had the timing on that one.
I looked at their record earlier. I don't remember it, but I saw they were on the plus side for sure, and looked like they're doing well. Tough bracket they're in as well.
Yeah, Lady Eagles have Rose Pine tomorrow at Rose Pine.
Rose Pine, right.
That's going to be a key. I believe they won the first one. They beat Rose Pine in the first meeting. Which that is, the main competition in this district.
Oh, okay.
And they won that first meeting.
The Lady Eagles too, aren't they?
Well,
Rose Pine?
Yes.
That makes it interesting for the scoreboard.
Yeah.
That's why I go with school names a lot of times, just so.
There's Scully. That's a shot. That's going to get by. That's going to be a single, and an error on left field will give Scully second base. She's got to get back, but that allows Wright to come in, or Giordano, to come in all the way from first. That was a nice line drive out to left. So she gets the single, but the error on 7 gets her to second base. So the 5th run in the inning crosses the plate in Giordano. It's a 7-0 lead right now, Lady Eagles. Medvin, the pitcher, number 13, at the plate now with Scully on second. and in scoring position.
Scully did a good job there. She ran past second to get that shortstop where they relayed the ball in from left field to get her attention while Methvin was coming on. Giordano was coming on in.
Around.
So rather than giving them an opportunity to make a play at the plate, she had that attention on second. Oh, off the mask there.
Yep.
Checks to make sure everything's good. She
way out in front on that one. Just got a piece of it with the front part of the bat, but just enough to hit the catcher's mask. Umpire doing a nice job of giving her a chance to kind of recover from it.
Yep.
They kind of take care of each other if there's a good relationship between catcher and umpire.
And the umpires are going to do that, I think, regardless of the relationship. He's going to do that because I think they know it's the right thing to do to make sure, check on them. And
they want it back, too.
Oh, absolutely.
There are times when that ball will miss the catcher and hit the umpire in the mask. And then you'll see the catcher kind of walk the ball out most of the time out to the pitcher.
Right.
Take their time, throw it, let the umpire kind of walk around in circles and gather themselves.
We had a game, and I don't know if it was here, but it was a game that we were covering. We broadcasted where
that's a
foul ball there.
Foul ball hit the net.
Where it was a foul tip, came straight over, went right past the catcher and hit the umpire, I guess, in the mask somewhere, and he was staggering. And bless his heart, people ran out. It was a Tioga one. That's what it was, because I was covering it, and he took a shot, and it took him a few minutes to recover.
Yeah, there's a strike, and it is dropped, so they have to get her out of first because first base was open. That allows Scully to come in. That's the second K for Methvin. Just can't get the timing. Last inning, she was the second out with a strikeout, and she's the second out this inning with a strikeout. Emma Davis now, she lined out to the third base. If you remember, that was a hard hit ball, and she snow coned it. She got a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that strikeout, throw down the third, advanced the runner over to third base. So.
Scully wanted to come in for the 8th run in the inning. The 8th run of the game, it'll be the 6th run in the inning if Davis can get her in. Davis is the 9th batter in the inning, so we will turn the lineup over if Parati's able to come to the plate. Parati led off with a weak little grounder to the pitcher.
That'll be the third time in the game in the second inning here.
There's a shot.
Oh, it's going right to the center fielder.
Center fielder had a bead on it. Doesn't have to move. So the line out to 8 for the third out. But the Lady Eagles do damage by getting 5 runs in the inning on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So 5 runs on 5 hits. The big blow by Emily DeSalle, the 3-run homer when she came to the plate.
Just blasted that one out there between the foul pole and the scoreboard. Oh, that one came on through.
That was a no-doubter. Chuck, don't forget your – oh, don't worry about – nice job.
Sorry about all that noise. I see the hole now that it came through. I was looking for it, but there it is right there.
Yeah, sure enough. Perfect. Uh-oh.
Well, there's and then there's that.
There'll be a hole in
These are not Fat Boy secure.
No, they're tough plastic. Don't lean back.
Can't lean back now. Might have to sit up against the fence.
You all right?
Yeah, I just pulled a muscle.
See, I hope it heals up quicker. That's what I've been dealing with, Chuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right there.
No,
right where your hand is perfect.
Just right to be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how I pulled the muscle, man, but I either there's a torn muscle or a torn ligament is what we think in my rib cage. So this is the 9th batter for Glenmora. They just made it to the ninth batter here in the third. It's Guillen, the right fielder, number 3 at the plate. Medvin cannot lose her here. There's strike one, 1-1 the count.
Which, making it to the top of the order in the third inning, it would be the ideal thing because that's like a 3 up, 3 down kind of situation for both teams. They would like to have that kind of a cycle through on a low-scoring game, but you can see the score on our scoreboard is definitely not that reflective of that.
Yeah, they did get a couple of runners on, which allowed them to start this third inning with just the ninth hitter. So you've got 2-2 the count. Medvin needs to just come after. Make the batter beat you. There's the pitch.
There it is.
Strike 3. First out of the inning. Now we're back up to the top of the lineup. Number 7, A. Fuller. She was a victim of a strikeout as well. Went down swinging in the first inning. See what Medvin can do here. 7-0 the score in the top of the third. You said 15 after 3?
Yes.
There's a shot to right field.
Got a beat on it.
Nicely played out there by Emma Davis. And she's got the sun in her eyes, too.
Yeah, that sun passing from basically from third base to first, the way this field is set up. Plays a little havoc on that first baseman and second base and right fielders.
Yep. 2 outs in the top of the third. There's a strike on the outside. Yep. This is Martin, the shortstop, number 12. She flied out to left field to Devin Powell in her last at bat back in the first. There's strike 2. Medvin on fire now. She's just
singing them in there.
Throwing heat, saying, all right, you got to beat me. That's what she should do.
Yeah. Until
they can prove that they can smack her and, for a couple of base hits here and there. Oh, there's a slow one to DeSalle. She scoops it up. The throw over to first in time. Nicely done. 6-3 for the third out. No hits and no runs for the Lady Wildcats of Glenmora as we head to the bottom of the third inning. So, Chuck, let's talk a little bit about we've talked about Valex and some of the great rates that they have. Federal credit unions can offer some better rates than other, lending institutions and banks, and they have some great rates. They've got they can do loans for all kinds of things that you need, as well as savings accounts and a regular checking account.
Yeah, your federal credit unions are typically going to be your hometown folks. And there's a few banks that are that way, but your federal credit unions are typically your hometown folks or your more local folks, and so they're going to get to know you. They're going to be a little more personable, and so and which makes it really nice when you can walk into. It's kind of like walking to a pharmacy where the pharmacist knows you.
Yeah.
And having a bank or a financial institution like a credit union to walk into, and they know you. It's so much easier to have that conversation and to secure a loan that way, because you don't have to prove you. They don't know who you are or whatnot. They already know you.
Yeah, and one of the things about it as well is Emily, who works in the Pineville office, is one of the first folks I met at Valex, and she was telling me that Menard is a member now out here. And so all employees and students, and parents of students can join Valex because it is a membership. And then I asked her about that, and we got Sacred Heart signed up.
Oh, wow.
So our church is signed up. There's a pop fly out of play. It'll be on the tennis courts that are right there. And they just finished all their practice from the tennis.
I was fixing to say, because I remember when I was SROing out here, that we would have sometimes matches going on and a softball game, and they are literally, 15 feet away from one another?
Yeah, I mean, the press box on the first base side, the visitor's press box, literally butts up against the back fence of the dugout, rather, not press box, but the fence of the tennis courts.
Yeah.
Tennis team's doing faring quite well, as did the Holy Rose.
Oh,
There's
nice.
a shot. Kate Parati going to get a double out of this one. If not a triple, we'll see. They should hold her up. Parati with a nice job. The catcher coming in and hitting a line drive all the way to the fence for a stand-up double.
Looked like about a 3 or 4 iron because she swung that one low, but it stayed just above what we call those worm burners, but it had just a slight lift, about like a 3 or 4 iron would on the golf course.
Yeah. So Addie Wright, the lefty, going to come in, and they'll have did they do the switch
Yeah, they did
for the
switch
runners?
for the runner. Yep.
For the catcher?
Sure did.
Let's see. They usually bring out, that's 34. Amelia Lyons is usually the one that comes out and runs for the catcher. And so Parati, that catcher and pitcher, usually they can run far.
Yeah. They get those courtesy runners.
There's a shot. That's in the gap.
That'll
Parati
go
will score. Addie Wright will get 2 out of this one. Back-to-back doubles, and Parati comes in. Yeah, that's great. All I got to do is redo the line of where it went because I accidentally put the double on Wright and not Parati. So I just have to put the shot out to the right field gap and not left field gap.
And for the scoreboard, all I had to do was add one more for Menard.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing else changed on my scoreboard.
8-0 the score for Menard here in the bottom of the third. Nobody out. Drago is up to bat, the 9th batter in the lineup for the Lady Eagles. And
Nice pitch there.
it looks to me that Coach had a conversation with him about having to wait on the pitch because those were 2 solid hits.
Yes.
You know, Emma Davis's line out to third, lucky for that one. Scully got the liner out to left, and then DeSalle's big shot, the 3-run homer. Those 3 were the only 3 solid hits.
Yeah. And one of the things I made, I mentioned this earlier, but that first pitch, she's been zinging it in there. She's been putting a little more on it. And maybe they've picked up that as well.
Jump on it.
Yeah, it's a little bit faster paced. It's more in your speed. Take that first shot.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point there, Chuck. You go in there and you know that you're going to get a ball right down the middle. Why take the first pitch as a strike and be behind in the count?
Yeah, and that's all attributed to your coaches over there keeping an eye on that and see what's going on and making those adjustments in game.
3-1 the count. Drago pulled a walk out in her first at bat last inning. We actually batted around the lineup with the 9th hitter getting the 3rd out with a line out to left field. That's a pop fly, going to be out of play.
Yeah.
Well, it'll hit the net and stay inside the park, but once it hits the net, it's dead. 3-2 full count on Drago with Wright standing at second, excuse me.
Yes.
Amelia Lyons able to come in and score as she was a courtesy runner for Kate Parati. There's a ball. That's going to be over the head of the left fielder. Home run by Drago. 2-run shot. Look at the excitement of the Lady Eagles for this youngster, Drago. Annabelle coming in with the big hit. Talk about fire up your team.
Yes, indeed.
Another 3-run dinger as the Lady Eagles now lead it 9-0. I wonder what coach is going to say. The umpire, if he's going
to call her out for something.
Is he telling them that they have to not get around the home plate and celebrate like that?
It may have just been a warning this time, or he's going to have to call him out.
Or did she flip the bat?
I think it's the bat, and I may have just given him a warning this time.
I was looking at it, going out of the yard and didn't pay attention. She must have flung the bat a little bit. It may have almost hit the umpire, and that's probably what he's trying to talk about. Because normally once the ball's hit, they step out and from behind the catcher to get a position to be able to see it, to be able to call the foul ball. And if she flung the bat, leaving the box, that could be what he was talking about. Let's go back and look at the replay, Chuck.
Absolutely. Go ahead and hit that button over there, Tom.
Well, hopefully as we grow, and hopefully the folks watching and listening, whether you're watching live and paying attention to us. Here's DeSalle with the wind blowing out. She could get her second dinger. She wanted that one, but held off. The ball high, 1-0. But she hit a bomber out to the left center field. And there was a no doubter on that one. As you said, the left fielder turned around, took a step, and then just decided to watch it.
I mean, why not? It was something pretty.
There's a shot.
That's high.
That's high. It may not make it out. They're up underneath it.
Trouble.
And can't get it. She could get to third on this one if she's hustling. The throw in, not going to be in time. You know, nobody touched it. It should have been an out, but if nobody touches it, it goes down as a base hit.
Triple at that.
I think I would call that a single. And then, well, I don't know. If you call it an error, it's got to be a triple then if she made it all the way in, all the way over. Because it wasn't an error that allowed her to get the third. If it's an error, it's an error. 4 batters up, 3 hard hit balls, 2 doubles, a home run by Drago, and a triple by – there's a shot. That's going to find the gap as Shelton is on base for the third time. DeSalle comes in to score. That's a 10-0 lead. Crooked numbers in every inning so far. Bottom of the first, 2 runs for the Lady Eagles, 5 in the bottom of the second, and they've got 4 here now.
Yep.
That's actually 11-0.
They could, with no outs, they could
do it
runs,
right here.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful hard hit ball just past second base. Giordano up.
Yeah, Shelton, played basketball, and you know that.
Yep.
And we called her the Gnat in basketball because she's just like pesky little one all over it. She's got a great slapper, left-handed slapper stance in the way she hits the ball, gets her up that first base line a couple of steps before they can even make a throw down.
Yeah, I mean, her first at-bat was a little slow roller because it hit off the front of the bat to the pitcher, and then that lob over was not even close to getting her with the speed she has out of the box. There's first strike to Giordano, 2-1 the count. 4 innings so far, nobody out. Lady Eagles on a roll in this inning. Not sure why Shelton's still standing at first. She's got the speed to get down there. On that second pitch, catcher was able to stop it but not keep it in her glove. 2-2 the count now.
Coach may just be patient since he has no outs. Don't want to take a chance of one getting anybody hurt or losing that base runner to try to get to that 15 mark. So he maybe just be playing, I say cautious, but conservative. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, conservative. But look how far off the shortstop is.
Yeah.
Second base trying to cover. That's a difficult cover.
Yeah.
For second base to try to get over there and then get on the other side of the bag to make the tag, especially with a quick runner. Full count. She'll probably be running on this pitch.
I would think.
Even though she doesn't have to. Got to be careful for a line drive and not get too far off the bag. That's a pop fly. So over to first base. See if she can get it. Oh, nicely played. Pop out to 3.
First baseman
first
coming
out.
over right by the fence there, the netting.
Nice play by Cloud over there. That's a second fly ball, the little pop-up that she's caught. Scully here had a single all the way out to left field last time up. That's a pop fly. Not going to make it out of the infield. Shortstop calling it, makes the catch. So pop up to 6. So Kaylee Methvin coming to the plate. She's got 2 strikeouts now in her 2 at-bats in the first and second inning.
So after going 4 runs in this inning with no outs, or getting 4 runs with no outs, we've gotten 2 outs back-to-back here.
Yeah, just a little early on their swings, not hanging in there and waiting like the other hitters in front of them who got solid hits. I mean, hitting the sweet spot of the bat for the most part. See if Methvin can be patient here at the plate. There's a strike. Shelton finally going down. Ball gets behind, but the center fielder doing a nice job of backing up. See that the player's not able to even get to the bag before Shelton could get to the bag. She picks up another stolen base.
Catcher doing a good job of throwing it in the right area and just hoping that somebody gets there. And doing her job back here to try to make the throw down.
Shelton with a nice lead, 3-1 the count, right?
2-1.
2-1? Okay.
Yeah.
She was quick on the button over there.
Oh, yeah.
4 runs will end it. Oh, that's a pop fly. Man, got up underneath it to the pitcher, and she hangs on to it. So that's a third out. Pop up to 1 for the third out, but the damage done with 4 runs. Let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So 2 innings in a row, 5 hits produce multiple runs. 2 in the first, 5 in the bottom of the second, and 4 in the bottom of the third. Lady Eagles lead it 11-0 after 3. And when they come back, Emma Davis will start things off. In the meantime, Wells, the pitcher, will start it off for the Glenmora Lady Wildcats. Methvin's got a no-hitter going so far in this game. She's walked a couple, but that's about it. 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. Appliance Parts.
Oh, that's another one, yes.
They've been with us.
Picked them up last year.
Yep. During football season.
Yep, sure did. Because when we added Buckeye, some folks' connection there, we got Appliance Parts being part of the whole 446 Sports group.
If you folks out, I'll figure out what's going on. We can actually run commercials. Many of you who are going to be tuning in, either watching live or tuning in later, that we can run commercials, just having a little technical error, and we can't fix it, or else we have to go off the air to fix it.
Right.
To try to get it. So we'll stay on the air and talk about it. But Kimberly Harrell, president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association this year, doing a great job there, and she is an appraiser and does good work. She actually went out and measured a house for me.
Oh, nice.
On my first listing to make sure that we had the proper dimensions. She can certainly do that if you're a realtor in town. And here's a pop-up to right field.
Oh.
And boy, she did a nice job of scooping it up, huh?
Yes. She did a good job of getting that glove down low. I know you couldn't see it on the camera shot, but she was running in and got her glove down low enough, and it just bounced right before it hit her glove. But luckily, I guess timing put the ball right in her glove so it didn't get past her and made a throw into first. Just a little bit late, but,
I think there was a lot of luck in that one, Chuck. So Wilkes is up, the center fielder. She didn't make the catch last inning. She made a catch a couple of innings ago to end the inning. But, I was worried that one was going to get by Davis. In fact, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the ball rolling out into the outfield. There's a shot. This could be a double play. DeSalle taking it herself. The throw over to first. Not in time. A little hesitation there because the runner was getting to the bag about the same time she was.
Yeah, wasn't able to make that straight. She's going to have to kind of go around her to make the throw. But is this all 4 innings that the Lady Wildcats have had a leadoff on base, if I remember?
That was the leadoff? Yes.
Either walk or somehow, but their first at-bat was on base.
No, Jones back in the second inning walked to lead things off.
Okay.
Those were the only 2 base runners. They had a base runner in the first inning. I think it was Wells that got on with a base on ball.
Okay.
And then in the second inning, Jones led off with a base on ball, but stayed there after a fly out and 2 strikeouts. So this is Jones, the left fielder, with a 1-1 count. Wilkes is standing at first as she beat out the throw for the attempted double play. 1 out in the inning. Lady Eagles still lead at 11-0. There's a shot to DeSalle. They got a throw over. They might turn this one. Oh, they did. Scully with a beautiful turn and got the double play. The 6-4-1 double play.
Yep, 6-4-1. I'll go with that.
for the third out. So 1, 2, 3, they end up getting them out. So you got one hit, no runs on the only hit of the game so far for the Lady Wildcats. T. Fuller will lead things off if we make it to that inning. 4 more runs will end it.
Wow, yes. If we get to that point.
If we get to that point here in the bottom of the fourth.
My lovely little bride would love for that to happen because she is cooking a new dish she found with gnocchi, and it has celery and some other veggies and stuff in it. So, yeah,
nice.
We'll be interested to try that one. She's a good little cook, I'm telling you.
That's awesome. Yeah, and, I apologize, but even our graphic showed 5 o'clock. Both you and I thought we were playing at 5, and then turned out they moved it to a 6 o'clock start. So,
yeah, you might want to.
Right there, right above you. Yep.
Yeah. You might want to check for Rose Pond to make sure it's not a 6 o'clock start also.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be going there. As much as I want to, I don't know that my back.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm ready to drive that far yet.
Coach Scully just tied that string on there and he said, "That's not going to happen again."
There you go. That's Chuck. If any of his students are watching, they know that humor.
Oh, do they ever? Every day I have written on my board. It's called Words to Ponder or Deep Thoughts.
I know. And then you said something about the story about Sierra through.
Oh yes.
Tried to throw the Sierra can in the trash and missed.
Yeah, my friend Sierra tried to throw the soda can in the trash but missed.
Emma Davis up to start this bottom of the fourth inning. The right fielder with the nice scoop play on the only hit of the game out there to keep the runner at first.
I've been posting some. Attempted a bunt there, fouled down.
Luckily, the catcher didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
1-1 account.
Posting some puns and dad jokes on my Facebook page, and a lot of times I tag one of our assistant principals in it, and so he wrote back. He says, "Even on my day off, I can't get away from this stuff."
It's a popper. Looks like it. Oh, she got a play on it.
Almost.
Wow. Once it hit the net, it was dead. But a good effort by the catcher. That's Fuller, A. Fuller. Nice job by the catcher to try to get that 1-2 the count to Emma Davis.
Yeah, it hit her glove and bounced out of her glove, and she's trying to catch it barehanded. Just couldn't quite get that other hand on there.
Umpire's doing a really nice job in this game.
Really is.
There's a pop fly. That's trouble. That should land, and it does. And she's going to take second. Coming in, can stand up. Nice hustle by Emma Davis as she gets a double out of that one. Pop fly just over the shortstop. We've seen that almost 3 times a day, I believe.
Yeah.
Right over the shortstop.
Twice here and once over here second. Yep.
Over second.
Yep. Absolutely was.
So we get Lady Eagles tonight in the game, and this weekend was a phenomenal weekend for all of the lady sports.
Yes.
At LSU.
Yes.
The first national championship basketball team in the history of LSU, both men's or women's, it doesn't matter.
Well, they did have a men's national, but it was before the NCAA. It was in 1953.
Oh, you dog. There's a pop fly to Cloud.
First over there, making good gloves on the ball.
Yep, that's her third one. Parati with the pop-up. Are you really?
Yep. I saw that graphic, and it's like, and I'd heard somebody talking about it because it was said it was going to be 50 years since the last time any basketball had it, but it was 1953.
Was that Pete Maravich's freshman year?
It could have been.
But so the NCAA national champion, first time ever in the history of LSU basketball, whether it's a men's or women's team for the NCAAs. You know, we had Dale Brown made it to the Final Four a couple of times. There's a nice bunt. Wright going to beat it out? Oh, she does not. The throw home is not in time. She's safe. So Nice job by Emma Davis being aware of what's going on as she took third on the pop-up and the throw to first to get Addie. That's a fielder's choice. We get a run in the inning. 12-0 with 2 outs.
Good RBI, though. Good, smart base running.
That was the third base that threw it over, isn't it?
Yes. Third base threw it to first, and first trying to come home with
3,
it.
yeah. The old 5-3-2 double play, if that would have worked. Or 5-3, yeah, 5-3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dale Brown took a couple of teams to the Final Four, and then John Brady took a team to the Final Four. There's a shot got underneath the third base's glove as Drago gets the single. Nice job following up her home run.
Well hit ball there.
And she did not flip the bat. So now you got Devin Powell. She's got 1 home run already. She walked in the first inning, homered in the second, tripled in the third. Now she needs a double and a single to round it out. There's a home run.
Powell.
No doubt about that
Powell.
one. That's almost dead center field.
Powell. That's what a name. Even though it's spelled P-O-W-E-L-L.
Emily DeSalle.
DeSalle. I thought you said Powell.
Did I say Powell?
I think so. So that's DeSalle. So
Yep.
that's 22 for the year, right?
Yes.
Wow.
22 on the year, 22nd home run.
Good gracious alive.
A 2-run. She got a 3-run dinger and a 2-run dinger. 14-0 right now. And Shelton, if she can get on base.
Why not hit a walk-off home run for Shelton? Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about the Lady Eagles.
She's got the win.
Yeah.
There's a shot. That's in the gap. That'll keep her at first, though.
Yep.
Top of the lineup has the pitcher figured out now. You know, Wells. They've been able to wait. Here's Giordano. Giordano had a single back in the second. She had a little pop fly to one of the pop flies that Cloud got in foul territory. Giordano needs to come through here. 1-0. All this damage done.
Yeah.
Well, most of the damage done with 2 outs.
Yep.
Davis was already on base with her double. Pop up, swinging high.
Catcher almost got to that one, too.
Yeah, good hustle. Good hustle by Fuller. Giordano needs to wait just a tad more on it. If she can get one in the gap, this game could be over. If she gets it to the wall with Shelton's speed. Way out in front of that one. Pulled her head and everything.
Yeah.
Get that outside pitch instead of trying to pull it. Just play it out to right field or hit the right center field gap.
Foul back.
I think Shelton was running on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if she's taking off on the pitch and that ball gets a gap, game's over. Another crooked number in this bottom of the 4th inning. 2, 5, 4, and 3 are the number of runs in each of the innings.
Bowled that one across the plate.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. And 2.
And
so
yeah.
Deuce is wild up there.
And Shelton was not running on that pitch. Would have been a good one to run with the ball rolling into home. I don't think a throw would have got her. That's a pop-up out over behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin Powell, I gotta maybe drop her name somewhere down a little bit further than 10. As the flex player.
Yeah. And I wish it was her because.
Nice job by Giordano to hold off on that one. You could see she wanted to pull the trigger.
Yeah. taking nothing away from DeSalle on that shot, but if it was Powell, I was just thinking, pow, pow. That was just a shot.
It was still. You can still do that for DeSalle. There's a pop fly. That's 2 outs. Yep, she's underneath it. She's got it. 2 outs, Shelton running. So the fly out to 8 to end the inning. So either way, that's for the 3rd out. 3 runs. Let's see. You got 1, 2, and 3. So 3 hits. Lady Eagles have 14 runs on 15 hits. That's pretty efficient.
Yeah, like you said, either way, if Glenmora doesn't come up here and score 5,
game's over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lady Eagles won't see another bat.
That's right.
Game.
If they do score 5, then the Lady Eagles would just have to get 1.
Yep.
And end the game at in the bottom of the 5th. But we're going on 7-18. So the game just a little over an hour and 18 minutes so far. Medvin, I think she's ready.
I think so.
You know, again, I think if you're Coach Scully, you just say go out there and burn it in the strike zone.
You know something, and just as we've been sitting here earlier in the game, I could hear them calling out baseball, but I haven't heard anymore. So I don't know if that game is already over with.
Well, it started at 5:30.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
But usually baseball sometimes can run 2 to 3 hours.
Well, it can, but maybe that home run ended it. Outside pitch.
Because they go ahead.
You can hear the glove pop on that one.
Popping it hard, yeah. But baseball has to play 5, so they may have gotten through it quick.
I thought you were going to say, oh, there's a pop-up out of play. Going out behind us and behind the bleachers. 1-1 the count. This is T. Fuller, playing second base, number 2. The sister of, I'm guessing the sister of the catcher, A. Fuller.
Yeah, it's got to be.
There's a strike. 1-2 the count. This is her second at bat. She flied out to third base in her first at bat as the leadoff. So the second time she's gotten to be the leadoff. There's strike 3. Doyle, who plays third base, number 5, coming to the plate. She was a victim of a strikeout, went down swinging in the second inning. And then Cloud, who plays first base, made some nice plays on some foul ball pop-ups. Is on deck. Tell you what, you got on deck when you're over there in the first base dugout. You got to pay attention because a hard foul ball coming right at you.
Yeah.
If you're not watching, it could get nailed.
Yeah.
So these 3, 6, 7.
What an off-speeder there.
6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, and 9 were all victims of strikeouts. 9 as the leadoff batter in the third. So 0-2 the count. 1-2. Tried to get her to chase that low pitch.
I love the way the dugouts are structured here, how they designed them to kind of give that some exposure to the inside for the folks inside the dugout so they don't have to try to get to the edge to look out.
Mm-hmm. There it is. It hit the ground. You got it. Oh, okay. That was interesting. I thought that went down looking on that one, did Doyle for the second out. Cloud coming up. She was a victim of a strikeout, went down looking in the second inning. Lady Eagles lead at 14-0. If they can get this out, game will be over, and they will be 8-0 in district.
Do you do any kind of post-game interviews?
No. You know, we had talked about doing it, but Coach forgot. So they go out and they talk to the team, and then And then they come in and start cleaning the field, and the girls start cleaning up. They do all their own cleanup, take the trash out and all that kind of stuff to take care of the field. And it's like, I'm not going to stay on the air that long.
Oh, no.
So we just go ahead and break down and hit the road.
Gotcha. Most teams are like that. You know, I know with Grace we do a post-game interview, but it just makes it convenient. You don't have a netting in front of us. We don't have a fence between us. Or we have a fence, but as you can easily hand a headset over it. But being back here would make kind of a difficult challenge unless you had a handheld mic.
And it would be easier. I mean, we did it once. You know, I waited out here, but the wait is just so long. 2-2 the count, 1 strike away from this game being over. And the Lady Eagles being able to call it a night, go home and study on this Easter week, which, by the way, we didn't even talk about that.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy Week.
Holy Week.
Man, oh, man. Holy Thursday, Good Friday. There's a strikeout. Went down looking. And strike 3, third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Lady Eagles win this one 14-0 over the Lady Wildcats of Glenmora. Lady Eagles scored 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third, and 3 in the fourth, and then hold them scoreless in the top of the 5th inning. Methvin pitches a one-hitter, walks 2, I believe.
2 or 3?
I got.
I'll say 2 for now.
I got 2 actually.
Okay.
They had the one single, and then they had the double play that didn't hit. You know, and so that's how they got their 2 base runners in the fourth.
Right.
But only 2 walks and 1 hit on the night for Methvin. But they had 14 hits on, 9, 11, 14 runs on 15 hits. As the Lady Eagles remain undefeated in district play, you see them praying out there at the pitcher's mound, and another good game for the Lady Eagles. They will continue district play tomorrow at Rose Pine, and we wish them the very best and come home victorious. And if they do that, they pretty much are probably district champs.
Wow, yes, that would be nice.
Yeah, because
undefeated right now, and is that their last? Well, not their last district game, but it's got to be coming to a close pretty soon.
Yeah, they've got Oakdale is senior night on the 11th, or was the 11th. They moved it back now to the 10th on that Monday.
Okay.
And then they have a game. I think it's a makeup game they're going to play after that too, as they prepare for the regional round the following week. But Oakdale Monday night will be at Rose Pine tomorrow, and then next Monday, a week from tonight, they'll be back here at home for senior night for Devin Powell and Sophia Scully. To honor them for their 4 years of service here on the softball team. Hey, your thoughts being out here watching the game?
Always love coming out here. Like I said, we've done them here before a couple of years ago. Glad you are part of this to be able to bring them on a more consistent basis for us. Glad you're feeling better after having to be away for a little bit and taking care of some business there and doing better. But, yeah, always a lovely time to come out here. And when you got 2 sports going at the same time, or even 3 if tennis were going, but with 2 sports, with baseball and softball going on, I mean, it gets busy out here, and there's a lot happening on this campus outside of the sports. They have a lot that's going on here at Menard.
A lot of success on this campus and a lot of excitement for what's going on, because they've got
track is doing well too.
Young teams. Track is doing well. The bowling team made it to the quarterfinals, I believe. And they had a 300 game bowled by Hicks, the kicker on the football team. He almost did it a second time. So that's one thing I want to try to do as we grow. And hopefully, if you're a business owner and your children go to Menard and you're watching, or just out there in the community and you want to support high school sports, call us at 446 Sports. Call me, especially and join us at 446, because as we continue to grow, we really want to move this thing and open it up to more. I want to do the Holy Rollers and film some of that, and
that's
of course we've got the new head coach and the athletic director just walking in behind us. David Perkins. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in and coming back and watching it in replay as well. If you're doing that, thanks for doing that. And viewership is growing. And we've got some really good things happening at 446 Sports with all of our local high schools.
Absolutely, and in honor of a Holy Week this week, Easter, and everything, remember, get to a place of worship on Sunday, or this weekend, and be there, and remember the resurrection is the reason what we do.
Amen. And on the Catholic side of things, you're going to have Holy Thursday Mass with the washing of the feet, as Jesus did with the apostles. Prior to the Last Supper, and then we're going to walk the way of the cross on Friday night, and do that. A lot of them do live walking of the way of the cross. Some of them just do the way of the cross in the church on Sunday night, and then of course the Easter Vigil at 8 o'clock is a beautiful Mass service. It's about 3 hours long, but it is a beautiful service, and that's when folks who have gone through RCIA come into the Catholic Church, and many of them are baptized and do their first Holy Communion and confirmed all at the same time. Wow. And others who have been in the church but walked away come back, and they finish out their sacraments that they haven't taken part in before. And then, of course, Easter Sunday, celebrating the resurrection of our risen Lord, and the beauty behind that.
Yes.
We thank him for the life that he gave of himself for us, that we didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And then rose from the dead for us again, so
Yes.
that we have a place to go in the future, because our home is not here.
Right. And, knowing that he had the power to say, no, I'm not going to do that, but he chose to do it anyway, just speaks volumes of his example for us.
The Lord's will,
Yes.
his Father's will. So y'all have a blessed night, have a wonderful Holy Week, and look forward to being back on the broadcast sometime soon to be able to bring you the Lady Eagles. It probably won't be tomorrow because it's still too tough to drive, especially long distances. So we appreciate everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and God bless you, and have a wonderful night. This has been Menard Lady Eagles Softball on 446 Sports.